Greetings, I'm your host, Dr. Wolfula, with a quick unboxing / review of something a little different. Blair Witch Hunter-Killer Horror Episode 1. This was released in late September, but I haven't actually gotten to it until now. Hunter-Killer boxes are literal mystery boxes, essentially an alternate reality game in a box where you have to solve the disappearance of a teenager in Burkittsville, the setting of the Blair Witch Project. The thing I feel that the Blair Witch franchise has been sorely missing is a sense of reality, the lore and the game-like aspects that the original film's marketing brought to the table. A lot of people hate the original movie, but the appeal of it to me was in the sense that the mythology behind the movie was real. The movie was a credible document that anchored the legend.
Say if you stay up after dark or walk around the house too much, a Blair Witch will come and get you.
And all the mockumentaries, comics, books, web content, and games created a total immersive experience. The last video game and movie neglected the crucial lore-building aspect of the franchise, but this Hunter-Killer box brings the mythology and interactive experience back and puts it front and center. So what do you get in the box? Well, if you pre-ordered in the early access window like me, you got a Burkittsville History Museum mug. It's a subtle design, so you can be a Blair Witch fan drinking coffee in public without somebody walking up to you saying they hate the movie like you asked for their fucking opinion in the first place. The main stuff contained in the actual box mostly comes in the form of documents. A letter from the missing teen's mother urging for you to crack the case, the missing teen's mostly empty diary, a newspaper clipping, a mini pamphlet with a brief rundown of the Blair Witch mythos, a map of Burkittsville's really dense Main Street, eyewitness interviews, and a transcription of a sheriff press conference. The non-text-based items included are a kinda chintzy tooth bracelet that belonged to the missing teen, and an Untold Tales magazine pen. Now, if you read through all the documents, you get a clear picture of the missing teen. Liam Kent is a troubled 15-year-old boy who lost his father a few years ago. He gets into fights with classmates and mostly draws in class instead of doing schoolwork. Through the interviews, you get an idea of how Liam's day went before he disappeared and can plot out on the map the area where he was last seen. The game also includes web integration, so you can get a deeper dive into Liam's case by entering a password-protected website run by Liam's mother, Rosemary. This site is crucial because it's also where you need to enter the solution that completes this first episode. Well, you can read the documents all you want, but they only really give clues and a basic rundown of Blair Witch legend. The interviews show most people in town are superstitious about the witch. Everyone has apparently had some weird experience around the Black Hills Forest, and it's clear that Liam was fixated on the legend, but the text doesn't give a clear-cut answer to where Liam ended up. The documents are only half the story. To get the other half, you have to do some investigating yourself. Now, you might think to use the pen included with the box to write down notes about the case, but the pen doesn't seem to work. But the other end is a blacklight, though. It's an invisible ink pen. Liam's diary has a lot of blank spaces that are revealed with the pen to be hidden messages by him. The messages are gobbledygook, though. These are coded messages. The puzzle of the box is cracking Liam's secret code, a scrambled alphabet. Now, myself, I spent 7 straight hours on this box, reading through the documents and taking notes on my iPad, but most of the time was spent writing down the coded messages. Now, Liam's diary has a hidden key that gives away the proper translations of some of the letters, but the rest you have to translate yourself. I won't give away the solution, but figuring out the whole thing was fun and felt rewarding. It wasn't too hard. You can get hints online, but I didn't need any myself. I will say though, once you figure out the code, then the box gets tedious because then you're just writing down nonsense words you have to read carefully with a little pen light and power through translating them. It doesn't help that Liam's handwriting isn't the best. There's one word in this box I couldn't figure out, not because I couldn't translate it, but because the coded text was totally illegible. Here's the thing though, you don't need to translate absolutely everything. Once you've cracked the code, you only need to find one crucial bit of info that you then need to submit to the password-protected website, which will give you an audio message ending the episode's story.
This is Liam's handwriting. Liam's been here. Oh my god!
Yes, these boxes are an episodic story, part of a larger season of boxes, and this episode ends on a cliffhanger.
I'm going to try to find some more evidence, and then I'll send everything over to you.
I have gotten the episode 2 box, but I haven't opened it yet. If there's any interest, I'll review that one too, or I'll just wait until the entire season of boxes are all out and review the whole thing together. One other perk I do have to mention that came with pre-ordering the first box was I got to attend a private Zoom Q&A with Eduardo Sanchez, the director of Blair Witch Project. He didn't answer any of my questions, but he did confirm that the real Blair Witch is an actual entity that existed long before Ellie Sally Kedward became known as the Blair Witch. He also confirmed that the original film is intended to have a paranormal component to it. The theories that, for example, Mike and Josh just killed Heather and that there is no Blair Witch aren't really canon. In his words, he said, "It isn't Scooby-Doo. There isn't somebody out in the woods pretending to be a witch.
There's a fucking witch and she keeps leaving shit outside your door. There's no one here to help you."
Overall, I had fun with this first Blair Witch Hunt-A-Killer box. It just has a bit of a grind at the end. It really managed to command my attention through the night, and it's fun to do with some partners. I will most likely order the entire season's worth of boxes to know the whole story. I gotta admit that this format is an interesting way to tell a story, and I didn't expect a Blair Witch theming. Here's the thing though, should you order these Blair Witch Hunt-A-Killer boxes? Only if you're a Blair Witch fan who especially likes mysteries, interactive stories, and puzzle solving. If you don't like Blair Witch, but you do like that other stuff I mentioned, probably check out the other mystery boxes that Hunt-A-Killer offers. Anyway, before I go, let me know what you think of this box's content, and if you'll get it yourself. Next vid from me will be a review of that Halloween box set from Scream Factory. See you then. If you liked this video, like it, and if you loved it, journey further into the Wolfula by clicking the subscribe and bell buttons to find out when all of my latest videos and streams go live. This video was brought to you by my kind supporters on Patreon, whose names are scrolling by. Support the channel today on Patreon and get access to bonus movie and TV commentaries, audiobooks, comic readings, film live streams, and credits at the end of videos. Finally, I'd like to give a very special thanks to my true Wolfula supporters on Patreon and my YouTube channel memberships for their pledges. Their support is greatly appreciated and helps the channel and my dark influence continue to grow. Thank you all once more from the bottom of my evil heart for your help. Alrighty, Dr. Wolfula signing out. See you all next time at the Wolfula.